Greetings, hello, and welcome to my very first Let's Play. And this is an old Amiga game from my childhood. It's called Pamehta. It was written by a Swiss student over a 3-month period, and it's got some really nice visuals. I don't even know how he did it. I think he used some actual images, but don't ask me how he got it into his Amiga, digitizing it. It was definitely a feat to write an adventure game like this as a student over a 3-month period in the mid or late 80s. So props to the author. I don't know if I need to click here to continue, or if it's still loading. Okay, it's coming now. Okay. I don't think there's an English translation of this game, but I'm gonna translate all the relevant parts for you. So this is the game's title. And in some notes on the other's websites, he says this is a little joke because basically your character in this game, it's a female living in ancient Egypt, but their name never gets mentioned except in the title, and the title is actually based on the name Pamela. Okay, you got your save and load here from disk and to disk. This is game progress. And back then, I think the guy was a mathematics student. Gonna read some more about that in a bit. So yeah, here's the sum symbol from math, the sum total of the progress that's been made, and this bar is gonna fill up throughout the game. This is where the current scene is shown. This is basically an intro screen. Again, quite beautifully done. Gotta say that. Simple but beautiful. Back then and even now, I could never make images like this, especially not like, I think this is all mouse painted. Like, oh man, you gotta need some real patience and grit to do that. And some dexterity too. Okay, anyway, continuing with the controls. Here it says more, and the more button will be explained in a bit. This is the inventory. This is actions available. And this is where you move to a different scene. Okay, here it says the other kind of adventure. Handmade game production presents Like an Egyptian, and of course this is, I think, a song reference to a popular song. And here it says click on more, which we're gonna do. And it explains the more button. Essentially it says more sometimes will show a little bit more text, and sometimes you have to click it before the game will continue. And it explains the action and the compass buttons. Alright, click on more. And you can also peruse the image. Not yet, but very soon. More. It says, we're in Memphis, the ancient Egyptian city, at around 1474 before the Common Era. And then it says, now what's that? You can't even know that there will be some Common Era at some point in time. So another little in jokes. In joke. I think the game is full of them. It says, anyway, Thutmosis is your pharaoh, and you really admire him. Yeah, back when I played this game, I didn't really get very far. I was a little kid, around 5 or 6 years, I think. The game was really stunning to me back then. It was a whole other world. So I think I made it past the first chapter, and that was it. And I have to say that all throughout my personal history, I've known to suck at adventure games, but somehow I'm always drawn back to them. So yeah, there's that. So let's see how far I get without consulting the walkthrough. All right, let's click on more. And there's nothing more, but we can peruse the image now. And it's ancient Egyptian numbers. So I guess this is 1000, this is 9 times the symbol for 100, and we got 80 here and 9 here. So I guess this was written in 1989. Those were the times. I think the NES was around back then, definitely. The SNES, I think, was 92, not too far away anyway. And I was 6 years old, living in South Germany, and somehow this game made its way to me. So back then, basically, people were copying floppy disks left and right and giving it to their friends and their friends' friends. So I think that was how I got it. I don't think this game was sold at any place. I think the author always meant it to be freely shared. Okay, nothing more here. I see nothing more on the more button. Oh, and we have a ring, which we cannot investigate. Okay, but we have actions, and it says, what does it say? Look around. You see the title of the new adventure game. Okay. Speak. You can also sometimes say something, like now. Just don't believe that your computer will listen to you. Oh yeah. Oh, right, I remember now. And we just heard a little bit of music. It says the programmer thanks you in advance for your noble gesture. This is a shareware program. Yeah, back then, most of shareware had limitations, I think. Some didn't. So I don't think this ever had limitations. So it was basically what we would more precisely call donationware. It says the poor student who sacrificed their term holidays asks you for a little donation of 10 Swiss francs. Back then, I don't know, maybe back then 10 Swiss francs. It's always been stronger than the Deutschmark, so maybe it was 15 Deutschmark. Maybe. That's his name, Philipp Gressly. Town of Kappel. I don't know where that is. In Switzerland. CH, we can see here. And it's it's his I don't know what post check is, but it's some kind of account number. So maybe you could have sent him a check or some kind of bank transfer, although I guess from outside of Switzerland would have been rather expensive. Anyway, let's continue. More. You can terminate the game with escape. Okay, not too interesting. Switches. Okay, save and load. We're not gonna use that since it's emulation time. Oh, you can even change the keyboard. Hmm, I think there is some kind of dialogue later. May have to input something, but I don't think there's any complicated stuff like umlauts or anything. So let's see how that goes. We'll figure it out somehow. The clock. Oh yeah, this is what he calls a clock. Okay. And thank you. It says thank you for the negatives from Egypt, and most of all for the great pictures. He says most of all he loves the title screen. Oh yeah, that was pretty awesome. I don't think he's talking about this one, but about the one we saw earlier. You can still see a little bit here. Yeah, fairly amazing. And back then, I just remember stuff with an Egyptian theme. I saw quite a bit of these. So we had this game. Then was something called a puzzle game called Curse of Ra. Awesome graphics and soundtrack. Maybe I'll do a let's play of that sometime in the future. Let's see about that. But then one weird thing was also a popular antivirus program back then. What was the name? I don't recall the name. I'm sure I could find it if I do some research. But it was it was styled like a little bit like a game, and it has this Egyptian theme. Yeah, kind of very strange, but pleasing to the eye. I think the thing about Amiga stuff, it always tried to please you aesthetically in a time where the most popular personal computers didn't do much in the way of graphics and sound and aesthetics. The PC was still command line stuff, right? 1989. So yeah, pretty amazing. Anyway, let's continue with the game. Okay, so another thank you note. Oh, this is the explanation that the game's title comes simply from Pamela, and that Pamehta is not going to show up in the game other than being its title. And a thank you to Michael. Oh, it says a thank you to Michael for giving the author an, a big help with the little gritty details of visual novels. And I remember back then a lot of visual novels were on the Amiga. Like there's another popular German one about Singapore. It's called City of Lions. Then there's a popular one called Holiday Maker, which I think belongs to the horror genre. Good stuff, good stuff. More. Okay, for testing, and that's it. Let's go. It says let's go to the start, but this is the start, so it says, where do you think you are? Okay, snarky. Continue. It says, all right, that's the way. This is the way. Click on more. It says here entrance. It says you're in a corridor. To the left is the door that leads to the dining room. To the right is your room. Folks are calling you to eat, to have dinner. Dinner is lentils. Nothing better than a nice meal. I don't even know what this word means. Wirtschaft is, I think this is Swiss German, and I never heard it before. I just think it means like it's something like a solid meal or a nice meal. You're deliberating. Right now, I don't really want lentils. Or do I? You are hungry though. More? Nothing more. Okay, so I know that if we go to the room right now, it's gonna skip the dinner scene, so I'd like to do the dinner scene first. I think we can just click on the door and enter the dining room. This scene is titled The Dining Table. What we got here? Kind of pyramid thingy gizmo. It looks like some kind of... Oh no, I thought it was condiment, but I guess it's a water cup. And a spoon and a... I really like lentils. Good stuff. I guess back in the day this was a poor man's meal. Lots of protein, pretty cheap. Good for fertilizing the soil too. And it says, as usual, you just play with your lentils. But today, you're doing it in a very nervous fashion. Nobody is talking to you. What's up with them? You're asking yourself. Or, what's up with me? So I think I can already reveal that the overall plot of this game is that you're supposed to have stolen something, some valuable flute, or destroyed it, something like that. And you're being persecuted for it. Not yet, I guess, but I suppose the pressure is on. We'll see as the game continues. How much is revealed, how soon. Now this gauge, I don't even know if this will go up if you're not doing anything, if it's actually a progress gauge or more like some kind of timer, so you're not supposed to waste too many actions. Not sure about that. Maybe gonna see that too. Let's see what's that. Oh, nothing. This is a cup, handmade, a wooden spoon. Oh, nutritional details for 100 grams of lentils. Damn, 25 grams, that's a quarter of protein. Is that true? Really? Damn. Protein powerhouses. Protein, fat, carbohydrates, fiber, energy. Kilojoules, yeah. Here comes the metric system at you. Okay, more. I don't think there's anything more. Actions. Think. What did I do wrong? What the hell did I do so wrong that today everyone's all silent and just against me? Ask. You're asking, what's up? The father is looking away in a busy fashion. The mom didn't hear it. And your siblings, they don't think you're talking to them. Alright, damn. Play. You're playing with the spoon. But right away, you're being scolded. Stop with the nonsense. You're not a little kid anymore. You're asking yourself why kids will always have more rights than adults. But you have it especially tough because you're not fully grown either. I think the gauge went up, so it's just, yeah, I think we gotta watch out what we're doing with our actions. I don't think there's much to be had here, so time to head out. And this is gonna get skipped anyway if you go to your room, and it's not gonna be a dead end. So yeah, this setting the atmosphere a little bit. So let's see. You can go to the kitchen, to our room, to the garden, to the well, the water well. Well, we can just get up from our chair. Okay, let's try kitchen. What's that? It says, "Eat up first, you slut. Your little sister is calling to you." And it's your little sister who is usually on the best terms with you. Damn, they really hate us. Okay, so yeah, I thought there might be kitchen scene. I don't remember any kitchen scene, so I think this is just, there's nothing we can really do. So let's visit the room first, because I know in the room there's some stuff to pick up. The gauge went up, okay. Again, I wonder how he did the music. It's pretty neat. You're entering your room. There's a window. You're spying on the gardener. Nothing else of interest. There is the plant. You really love your plant. You quickly start chewing a leaf. Yeah. I hope it's not poisonous. There's the rug. The rug is handmade. Rarity from the 17th dynasty. Soon to be 100 years old. Damn. Must have been some quality back then. Okay, nothing more with the rug. It's the bed. The blanket is red. And how about the pillow? Hint, hint. You want to sleep, but you're noticing that you're way too excited. Way too agitated to close your eyes. But under the mattress, you are sensing something hard. You lift the mattress and find the money you lost. So it says talent, but it's not talent in the sense of what gifts you were given, but in the sense of money. Legal tender back then. Talents. Can we see how much we got in the inventory? Yeah, okay. It's some amount of money. Another MacGuffin, I guess. Okay, there's a lot of stuff. Look into the mirror. Ooh. Putting on some makeup. The blue is modern. It's a modern color. So you believe that way you're gonna be less conspicuous. Let's see if that's gonna work out. Out of the window. Better not muck around. I don't know if that's gonna give us something. Read. You're reading a scroll. These are poems of an ex-suitor of yours. Yeah, poems are tough to translate. So it says love, joy, pancakes. I want to be in bed with you, and it rhymes in Swiss German, but yeah, I'd have to work on that to make it rhyme in English. Anyway, it's just a silly little ditty. His name is Hatha, and it says, you're remembering him. Self-aggrandized macho. I don't know if we have the word macho in English, but in German it means a very masculine acting man, or for a very special definition of masculine, right? Some kind of braggart who doesn't value women, that kind of stuff. Interesting word, by the way, because macho in Spanish, I believe it just means man. So yeah. And in German we also say handy for mobile phones, so that's some weird stuff in German. Okay, more. You are also remembering the owl, a good friend of Hatha's. She was architect for the king, which I guess means the pharaoh. The owl actually had a very different name, Peter or something like that. But on all the buildings, they put a sign, all of her buildings, I guess, and owl within a circle. I don't know what kind of reference this is. Owls are usually associated with ancient Greek. This game is full of clever little references, and I don't think I will recognize all of them. Like here, not sure. I could do some research, but as they say in maths, I'll leave that as an exercise for the reader or the watcher in this case. Okay, can we read more now? Oh, some kind of mathematics, pyramids. Oh, this could be something that is actually could be important later. North, north, west, south, southeast. Ooh. What's that supposed to mean? Ooh. West, north, southeast, southeast, east, west. Whew. Okay. Might have to come back to that later. It's all on video now, so let's see. We're gonna need it later. It's gonna be there. Okay. It says, it doesn't matter. You know the text by heart. Okay. Read even more. Another poem. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It sounds kind of funny. I think this is a muddled version, a wrangled version of some other popular poem. Seems familiar. Okay, steal. No. Think. Think. You're not in any shape and form to have any sensible thoughts. Okay, okay, okay. I gotcha. I think we're done here. So back to the dining room, which is empty now. The water well, the what's it called? The banks of the Nile. Back, hide behind the door. Yeah, I think the water well might be a suitable next destination. It says the water is being handled with jugs, carried around in jugs. Today it seems especially clear. Would you like to drink a little bit? Okay. So this is the game's water music. Plant here. You picked up a bunch of berries. Yeah, not really. It's just for flavor. Okay, but here. The jugs went to the well until they broke. But you should look a little closer. Okay, there's some nice hand holding here in the early stages of this game. Let's see. Look closer. Yeah, there's jugs, but most of them are broken. But you're looking closer. And we find an actually still usable jug. A little bit cracked, but still usable. And it's in our inventory now. Krug. Okay. Oh, damn, I remember now. Some northwest, southeast. It's like back in the old, what's it called? TGI? Text game interface games like Zork. Whew. So, I had better start making some map, I guess. Hold on. Okay. So we got the water well. North, west, east, and south. It says here northwest, south, and east. Into the water. Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Especially since we're still wearing our clothes. Okay. Says a path. One of these, I guess. The girl, das Mädchen. Very often you've seen the girl from the oasis. But you never traded words with each other. People say over there in the oasis they have a couple screws loose. Whoever is seen with people from the oasis It's gonna get talked to by everyone. I guess because they're curious. It says, but anyway, you got nothing to lose now. So I guess the character does know she's being persecuted, or maybe it's just because she's pissed because people are acting strange towards her. So it's more like, today I've got nothing to lose anyway. More like feeling based. More? What's that? Oh, she's carrying some big jug on her head. Yeah, it kind of looks weird in the picture because it's got very bold colors, and this seems to fade into the background. Okay, anyway, supposed to carry that on her head. It says, looks pretty heavy. You feel lucky that you don't have to carry it. There's a door here. Okay, let's click on her. Nothing. Greetings. You, you greet the girl, and you're surprised that she is not surprised. Yeah, I guess they're not. I guess they're just normal human beings, eh? Look. You're looking more closely at the girl. They're not as ugly as our men are always calling after them, you think. Dress. You like the red dress, but you don't dare to ask where the cloth is coming from. They might make it themselves. Okay, ask. You're asking the girl why the village people are acting so strange towards you. The girl says, they all believe you are the thief, so watch out. Now everything is becoming all clear to you. Everyone really believes you stole the holy double flute. But why? Why you? It would be best if you would find the real thief. Tell the shipman, Giza, that's my name, and he will know. Oh, so that's important. Very important. It's like a password. More. Okay, thank you, lady. What's this door? Okay, just some background scene. Go with her. You want to go with her to the oasis, but the girl convinces you that you can't stay there forever. They'll catch you sooner or later. All right. Run quickly. Where are we gonna go? Okay, back to the water well. Let's try north, because why not? Your room. Oh, okay. Back to the water well. Let's go west. Oh, the garden here. It's a strong, it's strong, it smells strongly like fresh fruit. The gardener is plucking the figs. You're watching him. Okay, gonna make a note. Garden is to the west. The water well. Palms, a cactus without dot. I really like the how everything is phrased here. Slightly mysterious, snarky, clever. It's kind of, it evokes some kind of sense of wonder. Good stuff. Oh, let's try to steal. Okay. Oh, and we actually got it in our inventory. It's not just flavor. Run away. Climb the palm. Just like a date, the gardener shakes you out of the tree and you fall on your butt. Yeah, this is really nice because in LucasArts adventures, like point and click adventures, they give you this predefined set of actions, right? Like it's just so mundane, like talk, sit, pull, push, that kind of stuff. But here you actually, every scene has its own actions and directions. So that kind of freshens up things. So in that sense, it's like at the same time you don't have to blindly type something like in the old text-based adventures where you don't know is it gonna be a word that the interpreter will recognize or not. So it seems like the best of both worlds, really. Damn, I didn't know back then how good this game actually is. Okay, east, run away and climb the palms, which you just did. So east will bring us back to the well, and I think this option as well. Okay, so we still have two directions left, east and south. Let's try south. Oh, it's a very, very broad side arm of the Nile. So there's water. We cannot cross. So I'm gonna cross that off. No south. East, probably the same as village. Let's see. I don't know what this sentence means. It sounds weird. Have to send an email to the author to have him explain. Okay, so another X on my map, and let's go to the village. I gotta say, I really like these graphics. They're fairly simple, but evocative. Nice colors, nice contrasts. Get some shadows here. You can really feel like you're in an old North African village at midday. Super nice, super nice. 1989, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. In 3 months by a student. Wow. Back then, I mean, nowadays, yeah, single person can also make a game for sure. It's easier than ever to make a game nowadays. But back then, we didn't have big AAA titles, right? In 1989, even the big titles back then, I think they were made by just a handful of people. Sometimes even just one person. Yeah, truly amazing if you think about it, how far we've come. 1989 to 2025. That's at 36 years. Wow. Okay, around midday, the streets are deserted. The heat is driving everyone under their stone or hay roofs. You feel like you're being watched. You very much feel like that. More exactly, you are being watched. Only a little boy sometimes shows up at the entrance of the house, at the end of the street, I guess it's this one. Here you see some Ankh symbols. Symbols of eternal life, they're supposed to be. Can we go there? At Al-Hafa's house, so I guess Al-Hafa is the name. You're walking towards little Al-Hafa. You're walking into an alley. He's still young, but he's already looking like a big merchant. A grown merchant. He wants to trade with us, okay. Trade? Oh, he wants the fig. Okay. We give him the fig. And we got a scroll. I think that's all we can do here. Move away from Al-Hafa. Thank you, Al-Hafa. Even though we have no idea what this scroll is for. Actions. Take oranges. And it costs us our talent. And we don't have any oranges. Okay, that was a bad trade. Wine? Oh, no, it's not wine. It's cry. Okay. Yeah. Look. The banks of the Nile. Old skipper. Why was that guy so good at drawing? He was a math student. Better than any math student should be at drawing. Well done, Mr. Philipp Gressly. It's a boat on the Nile. His boat, I guess. The skipper seems to be an Amu. Okay, I don't know that. Anyway, he is not from here. The Hurrites are officially exiled or cast into the winds. But here and there, you can still find one. Okay, I don't know the history of the old Hurrites and the Egyptians. Huh. More. Action. Hello. You say hello, the skipper says hello, okay. Schlagen. This is beat him up. Nah, better not. Still need this guy, plus that's not a nice thing to do. Sail. you gotta show your your sailing certificate, but you lost it. Okay, talk. Oh, say something. What are we gonna say? Kisa. Oh, so he's talking now. Ah, so you know the small girl. Usually the city people don't speak to the denizens of the oasis. Or with us Hurrites. But well, you're different. You're not that racist. So, I'm gonna help you. You are being pursued. Or persecuted. You're being persecuted. Watch out. Especially avoid Hatha. Supposedly, he himself stole the flute. After all, it was him who told the pharaoh that you were in the temple. Come with me. Okay, so this Hatha guy, the plot thickens. More? You're boarding the ship. First, you feel a little bit strange with the skipper you don't know. But soon, you're part of the crew. Okay, seems like a long voyage. On the Nile. You've made it. You escaped from Memphis without being noticed. But your goal is to find the flute, and most of all, to catch the real thief. Okay, about 20% in, I'd say. I don't remember how many chapters this game has. Like I said, I think this is the furthest I've made it as a kid. Afterwards, I don't remember much. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Says here almost an hour in. Wow. Okay. So this is. We're at a good point to stop the session and continue at some other time. YouTube is probably not gonna give this video much exposure, but if you come across it, be a dear and say hello and tell me how you like it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.